Hey, welcome, bienvenue. Tonight's episode of I'm Not Confined, but I probably should be, is episode 17, and it is also Friday on the couch. We are on the couch. We are a bit late today, this week, because we waited for the movie to drop on Amazon Prime. It's another of the casualties of the pandemic that, despite being planned for theatrical release, has gone straight to streaming instead. I'm talking about the family action comedy My Spy, starring former wrestler turned Guardian of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista, and co-starring Kristen Schaal, comedian and sex expert. Seriously, look it up. So the movie revolves around...
I want to do the review.
Okay, go for it.
Well, this movie...
Don't forget to summarize.
I won't. This movie...
And give opinions.
Right. It's a review. Of course.
Good.
This movie...
And point out some examples.
Come on. Please, can I...
Nope. I'm sorry. You're right. Go ahead. I'm not saying another word. I'm just going to sit over here quietly. Nothing coming out of my mouth. Quiet as a church mouse.
This movie is not too bad, but it's very cliche. It seems like all wrestlers need to have this sort of movie when they're trying to make it as movie stars. Hulk Hogan had Mr. Nanny. The Rock had The Game Plan. John Cena has Playing with Fire. And now Batista is doing this. It's a formula. Super tough guy has heart melted by even tougher kid or kids. Sometimes there's a romance angle. This one has a romance angle. These movies ride a balance beam of trying to be kid-friendly while still entertaining to adults. My Spy follows CIA operative JJ, who has been given one last chance to succeed in espionage after several failures in the finesse and subtlety departments.
Weird. Being a soldier came naturally to this stuff. Not so much.
Basically, he's more Rambo than James Bond. It reminds me of how Shaw thinks of Hobbs in Hobbs and Shaw.
You know what the problem is? I'll tell you the problem. This job requires stealth. And you, look at you. I mean, granted, it's not your fault, but you're too obvious. You stick out like balls on a bulldog.
But his boss, played by Masked Singer judge Ken Jeong,
I know exactly who this is.
gives him a simple surveillance mission to try and do one last thing right. This is where JJ and his tech support, Geeky Bobby, played by Kristen Schaal, are almost immediately discovered by Sophie, their 9-year-old Mark. JJ is on his last chance and can't report that his cover has been blown, so he agrees to do what the little girl demands, so she won't out them. This starts off as taking her places and buying her ice cream.
Well?
And evolves into JJ teaching her spycraft and Sophie setting JJ up with her mother. Of course, bad guys show up and...
Well, don't give it away. No spoilers.
Oh, right. Sorry. The movie has some very funny parts, 2 laugh-out-loud ones specifically, and maybe more if I hadn't seen them in the trailers 17 or 18,000 times 2 months ago. But that's normal for comedies. They need you to know it's funny, so they have to show you funny stuff in the trailer, so you go see the movie. But that means the funny is less funny. Anyway, there was a couple of scenes that made us laugh. I found the performances half and half. I thought Chloe Coleman as Sophie did a nice job of portraying a precocious, hard-edged kid with a real likability factor. But when she had to play a scared or sad kid, it didn't translate for me. Kristen Schaal probably had the most nuanced performance, flowing along the spectrum from hero worship to loathing as she got to know JJ.
Can I just say it's an honor to meet you? I have read every page of your case file, and it is I'm a professional hacker with a master's degree in English.
Batista really had some trouble here, and it is odd. He usually can play badass pretty well, like in Guardians or Hotel Artemis. But in this, he seemed to be like he was looking for something to sink his teeth into, and it just wasn't there. He had the same trouble in Stuber. The scenes he played aloof just came off as line readings instead of matter of fact.
Got a job to do. And this ain't gonna end up like some movie. You and me sitting in little chairs having a tea party with dolls.
But when he had something to do, underneath the gruff exterior, he was very charismatic. It's strange.
Like the scene at dinner where he overshares?
Exactly.
Hell, by that time we were drinking our own urine anyway, so.
I agree. I wish the mother and him would have had better chemistry. That romance seemed flat.
But it's not like they were getting engaged or getting ready to get married at the end. It was just the beginning of the relationship. So, I mean, that explains it. All right, you got anything else, Doc?
No.
Teddy?
No.
Okay, good job. Thanks. That was nice. I can't really add anything else to that. That was pretty good. Okay, so for our final consensus and our opinions, I'm going to give this 1 thumb up. Looks like Doc is going with 1 thumb up, and Teddy's going with 2 thumbs up.
There was walking away in slow motion from explosions.
Yes, there was, Teddy. Okay, that's 4 out of 6 thumbs. So go ahead and go see this movie if you get some time. It's free. I mean, if you have Amazon Prime, but I'm assuming everybody has Amazon Prime at this point because why wouldn't you? It's amazing. Free shipping, 1-day shipping, 2-day shipping most of the time, and you know all this TV stuff that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's worth the money. Anyway, not a commercial for Amazon. So yeah, 4 out of 6. Check it out when you can. And I think you'll like it. Okay. Good night. Thanks for joining us on the couch. We'll be back again next week on the couch on Friday because it's Friday on the couch. And we will see you then. This has been episode 17 of I'm Not Confined, but I Probably Should Be. Thank you. We'll see you later. Bye.